Alright guys, welcome back. What we're going to look at today is the new Ancient Labyrinth PvE guild content that Come To Us is releasing, and I'm going to try to hit the main points of what it looks like to me. I may be wrong, but we'll give it our best shot. That we'll have a kind of a concise understanding of maybe what they're trying to do. So here's the map of the Ancient Labyrinth. You can see this is the entrance point. You start from ground level, you enter here into this main room, and then there's all these different battles that can be fought. You'll work your way through fighting these little squares. Looks like you have some branching paths. You can go left, you can go right. These antechambers are maybe possible boss locations. There's one final boss. See this big old square here? This big old square here. There's also 3 mini bosses you have to fight on your way. And they can't, I don't think they can be indicated by the big squares, so they're going to be randomly in the little squares because there's not enough big squares for the mini boss. Let's look at the UI for this. You can see the bar at the top is what level you're going to get. So CBAS, just like World Boss or Raid Dungeons, and the timer here. So it seems to be that your level of clear is based on how quickly you do it. So you get, I think it's 12, 14 days, something like that, to do it. The faster you do it, the better. It's sort of interesting that this one is already out of S range and only a few days have passed. There's 10 days remaining. So it seems like it's going to encourage super fast clears to get that S ranking. These lanterns represent your battles. 1, 2, 3 lanterns. Up here is the mini boss, mini boss, mini boss, big boss, and then these are the areas that you probably have cleared. Number 2 is probably cleared. Number 3 is probably up to be cleared. So no diagonal connectors for opening things up. You can see that there, only orthogonal. We're just going to try to go through it here. We talked about that. Here's looking at a battle, which is sort of interesting. The yellow bar here is what has been cleared. It's like points. Each win gets you a certain amount of points. This one requires 150 points to clear the room, so every guild member will work together to clear the room. And this little number here indicates how many points you'll get if you get your clear. So this one already has 40 points, which based on the length of this bar doesn't seem to be quite right, but it says plus 30 if they clear it on hell mode. So you can, this is what's interesting, it's a scaling guild content based on your ability level or maybe what monsters you have left. So you can personally select normal, hard, or hell. Imagine if you could do that for Siege. Imagine if you see a certain defense and you're like, okay, I want to try it, but I probably can't do it, so I'll select a lower reward to get a lower difficulty to get a lower reward. Imagine if you could do that. That'd be awesome. So this is really great for guilds that have a large number of different types of players or different skill level or different progression level. So that's pretty neat. Then this box here, number 3, is going to be the special conditions for the stage. It said each stage will have certain conditions. This clearly has no conditions, but it might be like only fire monsters. This guy, you know, will burn you up as soon as you enter, so only fire monsters can compete, something like that. So there'll be some sort of requirement, which will make each battle unique and different. So I think that's really cool. Going through the rest of my notes here, it's kind of like a guild-based TOA. Instead of going up, you're going down. You're descending into the labyrinth. I like that it's a maze. That's kind of interesting. So you'll have to decide as a guild which path to go down. So I think that'll be neat. Everybody works together. And what's interesting is as soon as you clear it, it resets at midnight the next day. So that's kind of cool. It really encourages speed clears because you can clear as much as you want. No sitting around after clearing, say, an event in one day for 2 weeks for waiting for the next event. You clear it, you get it again. You clear it, you get it again. So that's pretty neat. 3 fights per day per person. And here's the neat thing. Unlike Siege, if you lose, you can reuse those monsters. If you win, the monsters are gone. So it's a third sort of monster use condition. So in Guild Wars, you can reuse them infinitely. In Siege, you can use them once. That's it. And this one, you can use them once per win. So 3 monsters per day, once per win. Now, the question is do those monsters reset on day 2? My guess is no. My guess is the further in you go, the more resources you've used, your monsters that are used probably don't come back. That's good design to me, so that's what I would assume is the case, but who knows. Talked about the mini-boss, talked about the clear time. It releases in July. July. That is in like 11 days. So probably the end of July and probably July, August, you know how Come To Us does. So we'll see, but it's coming soon, which is great. Good job them by not teasing us infinitely like they did with the Light Ifrit. Like, my hype level at the Light Ifrit is like, because I have no idea when it's coming out. I don't know when they're going to let us get it. So it's coming in July. Great. Reward every battle. So every battle you fight, you get some sort of mini reward. You don't have to wait for a major reward at the end. I'm trying to think of what it could be. It's guild content, so it's probably guild points. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of mechanism where you can choose your reward. Glory points would be nice to help people catch up, but we'll just have to see. So that is the Ancient Labyrinth in a nutshell. I just want to do it super fast so that everybody kind of has a sense of what it looks like, what my thoughts are on it. Now, crazy thought section. What could be fun if it's in this? What I was thinking immediately, I don't know if this will be correct or not, but it's called the Ancient Labyrinth, right? So it would be neat to include old builds of monsters that have since been replaced so that people can experience kind of what the game used to be like, you know? So you could fight a stage with Veramos, and you could fight a stage with Ancient Veramos, who heals 15% after every debuff cleared. So you could have the old build of Veramos, which would be cool. You could have a build with Ancient Rena, whose shields stack on top of each other, and it was just crazy. Ancient Ciara, like old builds of monsters from the past that it would be neat to try them out again and see them again, especially people who are newer, have no idea kind of what those monsters used to do. I think that'd be cool. Another thing I think would be cool to include in this or in some future content would be famous kind of builds of monsters that certain people in the game made famous. So you could fight, you get to a level and you fight the 10k Chow, and it's Fua's Chow in his exact build, right? Because they have access to that information. Or Barion's Yanhong, like you fight certain builds of certain monsters, and it would be kind of a cool, kind of a meta thing for the community to see what other people have done with monsters in the past. So those are just some ideas I had that probably won't be included, but it could be fun. So anyway, that's Ancient Labyrinth in a nutshell, super fast. I'm sure I missed a few things, but that is what it's going to look like. It's coming out soon. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.